The federal government promised to eliminate all boil water advisories on First Nations in this country by next month. Dozens of communities do not have safe access to clean drinking water. A joint investigation by Global News, APTN, and the Institute for Investigative Journalism has uncovered allegations the government's own procurement policies may be part of the problem. Krista Hessey explains.
It's a detriment to health and a dehumanizing problem faced by many First Nations across the country. Lack of access to safe drinking water. Charla Muniz is 23 years old and has never had access to clean drinking water at home.
Sometimes, I just feel like losing hope. What's the point? Are we supposed to live like this our whole lives? Is that what they expect of us?
The Trudeau government has pledged nearly $2 billion and made promises to solve the water crisis. So why is this still happening? A year-long joint investigation by Global News, APTN News, and the Institute for Investigative Journalism has uncovered allegations that systemic issues with Indigenous Services Canada's policies and a lack of oversight are a significant part of the problem. First Nations leaders and industry experts allege federal policies that require First Nations to work with the lowest bidders on infrastructure contracts has led to communities receiving shoddy work.
There's always issues with the bidding system. Rather than putting quality management first, it's lowest cost.
A spokesperson for Indigenous Services Canada said in a statement that the low bid policy follows industry standards. And there's another problem. Indigenous Services Canada does not keep track of contractors who have done poor quality work, meaning there's nothing to alert First Nations before awarding another contract to a company with past issues.
Doesn't matter how many billions and millions they spend on Indigenous projects, the underlying model remains broken, and they don't seem to want to fix it.
We took these concerns to Indigenous Services Canada Minister Mark Miller and asked him if he would commit to tracking complaints about contractors going forward.
I'm keen to have as much data as possible, and if it's helpful in ensuring that that people aren't the subject of sharp practices.
Minister Miller has also agreed to investigate the business practices of contractors working in Northern Ontario communities. But as more promises are made, First Nations communities continue to wait for basic human rights, some now for decades.
Why? What does that say about our country?
Krista Hessey, Global News.